After having to listen to my friend chat about football and a specific league for months on end, I've decided to give it a try. Turns out, it's pretty easy to understand. The Premier League is the top highest tier out of the 10 levels in the English Football Association League system. The Prem contains 20 clubs that play through a round-robin format, meaning every team goes against each other twice, one at home and another on the road.
Oh, what is this?
Welcome to the Emirates.
Yeah, no, you can take the 3 points. I'm not playing here.
This goes on for 38 match days, every weekend, unless there's an international break, which is the case for this season because it's for World Cup qualification. It can also happen if a game is moved due to a club's schedule or broadcasting rights. Once all 38 match days are played, first place is crowned champions, while the bottom 3 are relegated.
Who said relegated? Are you talking about the Prem?
Yeah.
Was that me? Get out! Get out! Give me that! Get out! Out! Relegated! You know why? Because you suck! You suck!
Anyways, moving on. What you see is the official table, and before I continue, I'd like to say something. What the fuck happened to Forest? How on earth is Villa still top 4?
Your glory menu!
Who on earth is playing career mode with Brentford?
Everton?
Over here are all the important data that helps build each team's positioning in the table. MP is the current amount of matches the team has played, which is 32 for everyone, except City and Palace. These 3 are the team's total wins, draws, and losses in the season. GF is the amount of goals they've scored so far. GA is the amount they've conceded. GD is very confusing at first, but it's just the amount of goals scored subtracted by the amount of goals conceded. Lastly, we have points, and how that's recorded heavily depends on the team's match results. During a match day, once all 90 minutes of pure chaos ends, if a team wins their game, they get 3 points. However, if the match ends in a draw, both teams walk out with 1 point. If you lose though, you get nothing! No points! Loser! Those points are added up until the end of the season. For example, Arsenal, after 32 games, 21 wins, 7 draws, and 4 losses, have 70 points and are sitting top of the table, with second place Man City being behind them by 6 points. Now, if we look at the bottom of the table, you'll see Wolves, who after 20 games, 0 wins, 1 win, oh my god! 3 fucking wins, alright? 3 draws and 21 losses, sit dead last with 17 points. There, you happy? You happy, Wolves? You happy? These points are very important because once the season ends, a team's placement in the table can lead to very different results. The team that finishes first are crowned champions, receive the almighty, glorious, beautiful trophy, and are even given a special patch for next season. You know, something to remind their opponents who they're messing with. The bottom 3 teams, however, are relevant! Since every league has tiers, divisions, that gives every professional club the opportunity to play along other clubs in the same level to compete for not only trophies, but also the chance of getting promoted up a tier or relegated, which is why after a season, 3 teams are kicked out to make room for the 3 teams that earn their promotion into the higher league tier. We're not done with placement results, by the way. There's more. European qualification. There's 3 European competitions: the Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League. Teams qualify for these competitions depending on where they finish in their league. With the Premier League, the top 4 qualify for the Champions League, 5th qualifies for the Europa League, while 6th qualifies for the Conference League. However, this is where shit gets weird. The winner of the FA Cup qualifies for the Europa League, and the winner of the Carabao Cup gets a spot in the Conference League playoff round. However, UEFA can give out extra qualification spots to leagues that are higher in coefficient rankings or how teams in specific leagues perform in these European competitions. But I won't be getting into full details on that. It's a bit too much. In the end, the Premier League could have an extra Champions League and Europa League spot, which means, hear me out, please hear me out on this. Top 5 qualify for the UCL, while 6th and 7th qualify for the Europa League, and 8th qualifies for the Conference League. However, you won't believe this, but the winner of the Conference League goes to the Europa League next season, and the winner of the Europa League goes to the Champions League next season. So if you want to go even further beyond, let's say UEFA gives extra qualification spots to the Prem. The winner of the Conference and Europa League are Prem teams that aren't in placements to qualify for Europe. This means we'd have 6 teams going to the Champions League, 4 going to the Europa League, and 2 going to the Conference League. Unless I did something wrong with my research, which I probably did. However, if you want to go even further
All right, that's enough, dude. Get out of here.
Okay, all right.
Good enough.
All right. Do you want the mic?
Take it.
Bye, folks. Glory, Man United.
Get out.
Thanks for staying and listening to me. Thanks for staying and listening to me and Lily yap off on my favorite sport. By the way, the amount of times I edited the script to be on point with the league in real time is actually fucking insane. I'm genuinely tired of it. I had to get it out at some point because I was getting so sick of it. Anyways, the next episode should be taking on a much more better topic, I think. Fuck Arsenal. Fuck City. Manchester will always be red. Glory Man United. This is the Big Cheese signing off. Peace out.